Hi, so good morning. I'm Mr. John Carlo Alcanoy, and this is Truth Values. So for today, we're about to tackle how to construct a proposition and how to find the elements of the proposition using logical connectives and its truthness and falsity. So this one, so mathematicians normally use a two-valued logic. Every statement is either true or false, and this is called the law of excluded middle. So, kapag tayo nag-exam, we usually do that. And our teacher have given questions for us to know that whether if that statement is true or false. And that is called the law of excluded middle. A statement in sentential logic is built from simple statements using the logical connectives, negation, conjunction, disjunction, um, conditional, and biconditional. That's the 5 types of logical connectives that has been discussed last meeting. The truth or falsity of a statement built with this connective depends on the truth or falsity of its components. So as you can see, this will be the guidelines or the formula for you to know the elements or the falsity and truthness of the elements. So we have base 2. The formula for finding the number of elements of true or false is 2 raised to n, wherein n is the number of the proposition. Kung gaano karami yung letters sa given proposition, compound proposition natin. For example, P and Q as propositions. Therefore, n is equal to 2. Sabi, to identify the value of n, that is the number of letters na given sa ating proposition. Diba kapag tayo ay nilagay natin yung P and P, tapos and Q into proposition, ang kalalabasan niya ay ganito, P and Q. P and Q. So, gaano ba karami yung letters na given dito? So, we have 1 and another 1. So, we have 2. So, for us to solve that, we have 2 raised to n, wherein n is equal to 2. 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4. 4 elements of true and false. We have 2 true and another false. 2 true, 2 false. Ganun din po sa ating, kunwari, ang given po natin ay P and Q, tapos nagdagdag pa tayo ng isa, which is R. Kung tatlo na po yung letter ng ating proposition, gamitin lang po natin yung base 2. So, di ba ang formula natin dun kanina ay 2 raised to n. So, gagawin lang po natin 2 cube, wherein 2 cube is equal to 8. So, ibig sabihin, since 8 po ang elements natin, we have 4 true and 4 false. Kanina po dito, since tayo ay may 4 elements, meron po tayong 2 true and 2 false. Paano naman po, sir, kung 4 na po yung ating letter? So, we have 2 raised to 4, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, equivalent to 16. So, ano pong gagawin natin dyan kung 16 po ang elements? So, we have to write 8 true and 8 false. Sa pagdami po ng ating number of letters sa given proposition, pagdami din po ng ating element. So as you can see dito, dalawa lang yung letter natin. So apat lang po yung ating elements. Dalawang true at dalawang false. Dito naman sa given na ito, tatlo yung letter. So 2 cube, which is equal to 8. Meron tayong apat na true at apat na false. If ever naman na apat yung ating letter, meron tayong 16 elements. 8 na true and 8 na false. Okay, since alam na po natin kung paano hanapin ang number of elements ng ating proposition according to the letter given to its proposition, let's have just a simple recall for what we had been discussed about logical connectives. So, we have conjunction, disjunction, negation, conditional, and biconditional. So, yung mga symbols po na yan, mamaya, meron po yung equivalent rules and guidelines for us to determine the truthness and the falsity of the given elements. Like, the first one in this line is the negation. So, if the element is true, its negation is false. If the element is false, its negation is true. So, sabi po dito, kung ang element po ng ating proposition or ng letter ay true, kapag dating po sa negation, that will become false. Pero kapag ang element naman po niya ay false, pagdating po sa negation, that will become true. For example, ang proposition po natin ay letter P. So, since iisa lang po ang letter niya, kung ilalagay po natin siya sa base 2, so we have 2 raised to 1, and 2 raised to 1 is equal to 2. So, meron tayong isang true at isang false. As you can see, ito po, we have 1 true and 1 false. Yan po ang element ng P. Pagdating po sa negation, since kinuha po natin ang negation of P, sabi kapag true, magiging false sa negation. Pag false naman, magiging true sa negation. So, itong true na ito, magiging false pagdating sa ating negation. Ito namang false na ito, magiging true pagdating sa ating negation. Another example. So, let me slide this one. Okay. Paano po kung ang given natin ay P and Q? P and Q. So, kung ilalagay po natin siya sa table, we have, ayan. So, yung element ni P at element daw po ni Q. So, kanina, upon solving, di ba, dito, ang P and Q, since dalawa po yung letter niya, apat po yung elements niya. Ito po, apat ang element. So, we have 2 true and 2 false. So, yun po ang ilalagay natin sa element ni P. Dalawa daw pong true, tapos dalawang false. Yun po yung elements. So, mahalaga po na kinukuha muna natin ang number of elements using base 2 para alam po natin kung gaano karaming elements ang ilalagay natin sa table. Next, we have Q. Sir, kung dito po, true, true, false, false, paano naman po yung sunod na elements ng Q, ng another letter? So, dito po, pagdating dito sa letter Q, ang gagawin po natin, i-divide natin by 2 ang kanilang elements. Pero, since apat pa rin po sila, mag-alternate lang po tayo. So, dito, dalawa ang true. Pagdating naman dito, isa na lang ang true. Dito, dalawang false. Pagdating dito, isa na lang yung false. Since apat po yung ating elements, ulitin lamang po natin yung sequence niya na true, false, true, false. So, ang magiging element po ng Q ay true, false, true, false. Pagdating po dito, di ba sabi natin kanina, ang initial natin ay 2 true, tapos 2 false. I-divide lang po natin sa Q, yung sa 2, yung elements ng 2. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Since apat po ang kailangang ilagay dito na element, i-alternate lang po natin. So, we have true, false, true, false. Okay. So, balikan po natin yung negation bago po tayo mag-proceed dito sa ating given, which is P and Q. Diba ang negation natin, sabi natin kanina, kapag ang element ay true, pagdating sa negation, magiging false. Same as, kapag false ang given niyang element, pagdating sa negation, ang magiging sagot ay true. Dito po natin yan titingnan, di ba? P. So, negation of P. Ang elements ni P ay true. Pagdating sa negation, that will become false. Dito sa kabila, true ulit. So, ito magiging false. Dito, false. Pagdating dito, magiging true yan. Same goes as this one. Hanapin naman natin yung negation ni Q. So, kapag negation ni Q, dito kayo kay Q titingin. Since ang first element niya ay true, that will become false pagdating sa negation. Dito naman, false ang given niya, that will become true sa negation. Dito, true. Pagdating dito, magiging false. Ito naman false, magiging true. Yun po ang negation. So, kukunin nyo lang po yung kabaliktaran ng element na kinukuhanan nyo ng negation. Next one. Hanapin naman po natin ang value nito. Okay, so bago natin sagutan yung given na P and Q, alamin muna natin yung guidelines to consider in using conjunction. Diba kapag conjunction, we have this. Ang symbol po ng conjunction ay yung inverted V. So, the rule in finding the truthness and falsity of conjunction, it is only true when both are true. So, ibig sabihin, kapag nag-compare po tayo ng dalawang elements ni P at ni Q, dapat daw po parehas silang true para makakuha tayo ng true. So, pag hindi po sila magkaparehas, kunwari, true-false, false-true, or false-false, ang magiging elements po ng P and Q ay false. Okay, balik po tayo dun sa ating board kanina. Diba, ito yung ating kinukuha, P and Q for conjunction. At ito po ang element ni P, ito po, at element ni Q. Yan po ang i-compare natin para makuha natin ang element ni P and Q. Sabi po, it is only true when both elements are true. So, in this case, ang element ni P ay true, ang element ni Q ay true, ang magiging element ni P and Q ay true din. Dito naman, ang element po ni P at ni Q ay true at false. So, pagdating po dito, that will become false. Kasi po, kailangan parehas silang true to make it true. Next, false true. So, this will become false. And the last one, false, that will become false. So, the element of P and Q is true, false, and false. Again, pagdating po sa ating conjunction, it is only true when both elements are true. Okay, next. Copy lang po natin ito. Copy. Oops. Then, after natin sa conjunction, punta naman tayo sa disjunction. Kung kanina sa conjunction, dapat parehas silang true to make it true. Pagdating naman po sa disjunction, ito yung sinolve natin. Kanina, we have P and Q. Ang ating nakuhang elements ng P and Q ay true, false, false. Okay? So, the next one is disjunction. It is false only when both are false. So, sakalang daw po magiging false ang ating element kapag ang element ni P at ni Q or ng ating proposition ay parehas false. So, ibig sabihin, pag kinuha ang nakita natin ay true, true ang sagot. False, true pa din. Or true, false, true pa din ang magiging sagot. this junction, it is only false only when both are false. Saka lang daw magiging false kapag parehas false. Okay. So, balikan natin tong element ni P at element ni Q. Saka lang daw magiging false kapag parehas false. So, this one, true, true. So, ang sagot po dito ay true. Next, we have true, false. Ang magiging sagot dito ay true. Next, false, true. Ang magiging sagot po dito ay true. And ang last element natin ay parehas false. So, this will become false. Again, this is disjunction. Saka lang daw tayo makakakuha ng sagot na false kapag parehas silang false. I hope nakuha po yon. Okay, so let's proceed to the next one. And after disjunction, we have conditional. Okay. Ayan. Yan. Conditional naman po ang sunod natin. Ano po magiging guidelines natin pagdating sa conditional? But before that, ito po yung ating sinolve. So, P or Q, we have true, 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 false. Okay? Next, we have conditional. Medyo mahaba po ito, pero this one is understandable naman po. So, it is true if both are true. So, pag parehas daw po ang element ay true, ang magiging element nun ay true din. True din po ang magiging sagot kapag nauna po ang false bago ang true, o kaya parehas silang false. Ulit, saka po tayo makakakuha ng sagot na true kapag parehas ang element ay true. Nauna ang false kaysa sa true, o kaya parehas silang false. At saka lang po tayo makakakuha ng sagot na false kapag nauna po ang true, sunod po ang false. Okay, let me go back to our presentation. Ito uli po ang element ni P. Ito naman po ang element ni Q. Una nating element, true at true. So, this will become true. Next, lang natin ng konti. So, yan. So, sunod po, we have true and false. Nauna ang true bago ang false, that will become false. Dito naman, nauna ang false bago ang true, that will become true. In this one, nauna ang false followed by another false, that will become true. Sir, paano naman po kung ang nauna po ay Q? Okay, try po natin kung ang nauna ay Q. Q naman po, tapos arrow, arrow, tapos letter P. Ano po yung magiging element? Magkaiba po yan In what sense po, sir? Kasi po, this time, dun sa kanina, ang binigay nating una ay P. P followed by Q. Ito pong sunod nating given, Q followed by P. So, ang una daw po nating titingnan ay si Q bago si P. So, at this point, dito muna po kayo titingin. Sunod po doon. So, we have true, true, that will become true. Sa Q muna po titingin. This one is false, followed by true, that will become true. Next, true, followed by false, that will become false. And the last one, false, followed by another false, that will become true. As you can see, ito ay TTFT, dito naman ay TFTT. So at this point, magkaiba po ang magiging sagot nila. Sir, paano kapag po yung isa po sa kanila ay mali? Kunwari ito naging F, tapos ito naging T, pero ito po yung given. Ito pong sagot na ito ay mali na lahat. Kasi po, ito pong last column na ito is consider as the final answer. At isa pa po, once na nagkamali po kayo from the start, mahina po ang possibility or mababa ang possibility na makuha nyo yung tamang sagot. Kasi sa una pa lang, mali na ang naging sagot ninyo. Okay? So, the last one on this part will be ito po yung sinagutan natin. So, we have P, if P, then Q. So, we have T, F, T, T. Next, and the last one in the logical connectives is biconditional. It is true if elements are both true and both false. So, ibig sabihin, kapag parehas false at parehas true, ibig sabihin siya ay biconditional. Ang magiging elements nila ay true. Parehas true at parehas false. Let's have an example po. Yan. Kunwari ay arrow. Yan. If and only if. Saka lang daw tayo makakakuha ng elements na true kapag parehas silang true. Okay? So, at this point, pag pinag-compare natin silang dalawa, parehas silang true. Ang elements nito ay true. Dito, we have true, false. The element of this one is false. This one naman, false, true. So, ang sagot pa rin dyan ay false. In this one, parehas silang false. This element will become true. Okay? So, ulitin natin from the start, ha? Simula po kay conditional. Kapag conditional po, starting from negation muna pala, sorry about that. Kapag negation po, kapag ang element ay true, pagdating sa negation, that will become false. Pero kapag ang element ay false, pagdating sa negation, that will become true. Next, dito naman sa ating conjunction. So, sa conjunction po, makakakuha lang tayo ng true kapag parehas silang true. So, at this point, true, true, ang element yan ay true. This one, true, false, ang element yan ay false. Same goes as the other one. Pagdating naman po sa ating disjunction, saka lang po tayo makakakuha ng false kapag parehas silang false. Dito, true, true, ang sagot ay true. True, false, ang sagot pa rin ay true. False, true, ang sagot ay true. Dito naman, false, false, ang sagot ay false. Pagdating naman po sa ating conditional, makakakuha tayo ng true kapag parehas silang true, nauna ang true kaysa sa false, at parehas silang false. Saka lang tayo makakakuha ng false kapag nauna ang true kaysa sa false. Dito, we have true, true, ang sagot ay true. True, false, ang sagot ay false. False, true, ang sagot ay true. And false, false, we have true. Lagi pong mauuna yung titingnan kung alin po yung nasa unahan na given. Kung ang nasa unahan ng given po ay Q, sa Q muna po kayo titingin. At this point sa ating given, ang nauna po ang P, so ibig sabihin mauuna nating titingnan ang letter P. And the last one is the biconditional. So, saka lang po tayo makakakuha ng true kapag parehas silang true at parehas silang false. So, at this point, we have both true, kaya true ang sagot dito. True, false, kaya false ang sagot. False, true, ang sagot ay false. And the last one is false, false, kaya ang sagot dito ay true. Okay, so after natin i-review yung lima, the negation, the conjunction, disjunction, conditional, and biconditional, let's have the three identifications of truth values. Ito yung sinolve natin kanina. So, sabi natin, biconditional, makakakuha tayo ng true kapag parehas itong true. So, we have true, false, false, true. So, proceed tayo sa three identifications of truth values. So, we have tautology, contradiction, and contingency. So, what are the difference between the three? These three. So, pag sinabi nating tautology, di ba sabi natin kanina, the last column will serve as the final answer. So, yung final answer natin, dapat lahat true. Pag yun lahat true, ang tawag po doon tautology. Pag naman po lahat yun false, ang tawag doon contradiction. Pag ito po ay combination of true and false, that is called contingency. Ulitin ko po ha, kapag ang atin pong last column, yung pinakahuli po, ang sagot po ay puro true, 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 that is tautology. Pero kapag naman po yun ay puro false, that is contradiction. Pag yun naman po ay combination of true and false, that is contingency. Okay, balikan po natin yung given na yung mga sagot natin kanina. Diba sabi ko sa inyo, this last column, ito po, last column will serve as your final answer. So, at this point, ang lumabas po ay true, false, false, true. So, at this point, this is combination of true and false. This is called as contingency. Next one. We have true, false, true, true. May isang true, may isang false out of 4 elements. So, 3 true, 1 false. So, this one is still contingency. Even isa lang po yung naiiba, kung gaano man po karami yung true or false, basta combination sila, that is still contingency. Kung ito po ay true, that is tautology. Kung lahat naman po ito false, that is contradiction. I hope nakuha po yon. The three identification of truth values. So, kapag kayo nag-solve, you will just identify whether if it is tautology, contradiction, or contingency. So, sa exam, kapag kayo po ay nag-identify ng tatlong ito, you will solve it first before you can identify the truth values. Okay? So, before I end this topic, let's have a simple exercise for you to have, kumbaga, ma-practice natin kung naintindihan nyo ba yung gamit ng 5 logical connectives in truth values. So, this will be the given. Let's answer the given proposition. We have P, then yung ating inverted V, which is AND, then negation Q. At this point, ang ginamit po nating logical connective ay AND at negation. Yun nga lang, ang negation po natin ay nasa Q. So, kukunin po natin yung negation ni Q sa ating element. Then, para makuha po yung element nito, pagko-comparein po natin ang element ni P at yung element ng ating not Q using conjunction. Ano nga ulit pag conjunction? It is only true when the two elements are both true. Dapat parehas true to make it true. So this will be the table. We have, okay, I hope you see it. Yeah. So PQ, negation Q, tapos P, and negation Q or not Q. So for the element of P, di ba, pag dalawa yung letter, you will use B. So 2 raised to 2 is equal to 4. Meron tayong dalawang 2 true, meron tayong dalawang false. Okay? So, paano po yung magiging value ng ating Q? Sabi ko sa inyo kanina, you will just divide the number of elements of P for you to get the number of the distribution of elements in letter Q. So, ito'y dalawahan. Pagdating dito sa letter Q, that will become isahan. So, we have true, false, true, false. So, nakuha na natin yung element ni P at ni Q. Hanapin naman natin ang element ni not Q. So, at this point, kukunin nyo po ang negation ng column ni Q. Ito pong second column. We have true, false, true, false. Pag kinuha natin yung negation yan, babaliktarin nyo lang. So, that will become false, true, false, true. And the last column, since we have P and negation Q, ang i-compare nyo na lang po ay itong first column natin, at itong third column natin. Pag end nga po, makakakuha tayo ng true kapag parehas silang true. So, dito ang first element natin, true. Dito ay false. Ang sagot ay false. Dito naman, we have true. Ang sunod ay true. This will become true. Next, we have false. False. Ang sagot ay false. And the last one, we have false, true. Magiging sagot ay false. So, the answer will be like this. False, true, false, false. Okay? So, with that, thank you for joining with me in this topic, which is truth values. I hope at least you have got some learnings regarding with this topic. I hope to see you on our next class. Bye everyone. Thank you.